Hey traders, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. I'm going live. Just tonight I'll be on for about a half hour or so. Just kind of day trading the futures market, S&P futures and the ESs. Kind of see how this all works, kind of make sure this kind of works correctly, things like that. So if you guys want to join the chat, if you're watching afterwards, this is going to be something that I'm going to be kind of playing around with to see how well it works and things like that. So with that being said, I do trade the S&P EMA futures. Things like that. So let's pull this up and hey Yuri, what's going on? In this live stream, I'm going to kind of look for trade setups, things like that, and also answer any questions you guys have. So throw them in the chat room. But essentially, I'm going to just kind of look for a couple of trade ideas. Again, see how this works. Kind of get all the kinks out. On the overnight session, what my goal is to do this maybe a couple of times a week, either evenings or in the mornings. So we will see how this all works. But hey, Yuri, if you could let me know if you could hear me, if sound is pretty good, things like that. Um, make sure everything's working. But essentially, tonight I'm going to be on the micro EMA futures. Um, you guys could see. Oh, cool. Thanks, Yuri. You guys could see. I have a new indicator that I'm playing around with. It's the just a regular MACD histogram, and then these little arrows right here, you could see one there and this red one. It's only the last two. These are actually when the MACD goes above or below. That's essentially all they are. So it kind of lets me know for negative. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to incorporate the MACD with the for divergence with my fast stochastics, right? So if I see multiple things lining up, I've seen it gives me better trade setups. Something like this. Here's a really good example, right? We have our double top here, we have divergence here, but we also have it right here on the MACD. So it just kind of gives me that better picture. Over here on this chart, I actually have the MACD, but as lines, right, with a histogram look. So we could kind of see, hey, essentially as these lines separate and you see more red, kind of like here you see more red, but then here you see more green. Okay, what that's telling you is essentially the lines from the MACD are starting to widen, or another way of looking at it is these lines up here are starting to get wider, right? So as they get wide here, we will see a move like this right here. Um, so it's just a different way of looking at it. Right here, I have a 15-minute one-day chart for market profile with the overnight session. You could see if I blow this up, you could see this is our overnight session starting to form. And if we start to rally, maybe look for a low volume node, things like that. So in this, like I said, with these live streams, it's not going to be just one thing. It's going to be multiple type of trade setups that I use. Maybe look for Fibonacci pullbacks, extensions, things like that. So there's a lot of different things that I want to do with these live streams. So let's kind of see what's going on. here. There's really nothing. There is a divergence, if we want to call it that. Right here, we see a little bit of a divergence here to here, right? But we really don't see a divergence here because this is working correctly, right? So it's not all saying up, but I will say there is definitely a bull flag going on right here. So prices, and look at that, right on cue. It's starting to rise, but look at this right here. See this arrow? That arrow again is kind of letting you know, hey, we've gone from red to green. Okay. And the market is now in a bullish phase on the MACD. Now, with that being said, I am using 1 minute charts. Maybe I'll look for a pullback, 3107 level, right? So I'll come over here. We'll say that 31 even, and let's try and get a quick little scalp right here for maybe a point. We'll see. Up here is our time, 32. 45. So if we don't get this, I'll cancel this trade. If we don't get that pullback, I'm just looking for a pullback within a reverse waterfall real quick. It's not going to jump, so I'm going to cancel it. But this is where I'll grab my Fibonacci pullback, right? And then maybe let's look for things line up. Here's where the breakout was, right? So probably this 3,700 level. I like. So let's see if we could get a pullback, maybe even bounce right here on the 200, and then rally back up here. Just to look for probably a point. That's it. And then I'll put my stop right below this low. We should not break the structure of the market, because as you could see, we actually are now bullish. We broke it by 1 point. So I'll move this guy down. Again, my risk reward's off a little bit, but I'm just looking for a potential bounce. But I'm also looking to potentially add, but we will see. Really don't like that move. And we will see. We're right there. If it takes out this structure, we're going to be back in a bearish mode. And it took me out. So on the micros, it kind of broke. ES's, it hasn't broke yet. Remember, I'm trading a ES chart, but I'm trading micros, and there goes a micro. So with that being said, we will see. Let's kind of clean everything up right here on this chart. And we're now structure, right? We were in an uptrend. We're now in the downtrend. The reason being is we're making higher highs and higher lows, right? We could see a low, high, higher low, higher high. We just took out those lows. So we're now in a downtrend on the major structure of it, right? So if I want to look for potential short, I will look for a bounce right here, and I will look for a bounce back up, maybe to my 61.8 level. So we will see what happens here. And if it goes lower, we will just redraw the nice M pattern over here, right? Here is divergence, right? Because we did make a higher low, or sorry, a higher high by 1 tick, but we made a lower high here. Look at this divergence right here. And even here, right, there's divergence because look at this move right there. So we'll see. Should have caught that, but it happened so quick. I was just trying to get that quick low bounce, but we will see what happens. Again, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, just let me know. In just type them in the chat. I'll answer them. Can ask me anything. That's what this is all about. Down here, I have a regular, just a 1 minute market profile, but it shows me 60 minutes worth of a time frame. So if we kind of rally, it's just a looking for any naked VPOCs or points of control, structure of the market, things like that. So right here, we're just kind of looking for a potential bounce. I'd love to see a bounce and a roll back over. Probably look to get short, probably right around the 61.8. If we make new lows, I'll just kind of redraw my fibs and go from there with it. So with overnight session, the markets are a lot slower, so we need to be more patient, things like that. So also, um, if you guys want, check out my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe so it hits the algorithm. Try and get more people in. I see not a lot of people do overnight session trading, so I thought I'd give it a try. And thank you all for kind of coming in. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, want me to look at anything, throw it in the chat. So right here, we see we're kind of down in the slope. I would really love to see a bounce, probably back up to this 3,700 level, and then a roll back over. That's what I'd be looking for. So I will be using fibs, divergence, the waterfall, reverse waterfall, think of it as pure price action, patterns, things like that. These red and purple lines are high low VWAP. I've been playing around with those, really like them. Act as good support or resistance, but you need to wait for certain setups for everything to actually help. So, or kind of set up for that perfect setup. So potential mini bear flag starting to form. Right here. Here's our flagpole, right? Mini bear flag. If it bounces, we're probably going up here. If we fail, we're going lower. If you guys want, just a quick little tip, grab whenever you see a bear flag, if you're looking for targets down below, look for the high, grab a Fibonacci extension, and draw something very similar to that. So guess what? Now we got trades above and below the market. Hey Enrique. Yeah, as far as the MNJK contract, I just like I trade the ESs. S&P futures, that's my baby, my mistress, um, my wife, everything. So I've been doing it for 16 years. ESs looked at them every day. So that's kind of what I trade. But yeah, the NKD isn't they're more active, but it's also the Japan session just open, and all that. Or Asia, so we should see some movement. But watch right here, we're making new lows, and watch how price reacts right to these levels. Look at that, right to the 127 and then the bounce, right? Even though it's not big, ultimate target would be this 93. Normally, I would look to get long there, right? Just so for a quick little bounce, but um, just with the market, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually want to know something. Let's try it. 93. I'm going to lean against this low right here. Yeah, actually, I'm not even going to do it because we got the lows right here. Not something that I love. So, and look at that. That's why, right? Look at that push lower. So, let's clean everything up. Let's look, trying to look for divergence, right? This is where we got to be patient. Zoom out to look at the bigger picture, right? And see what's going on down here. We're taking out this structure of the market. We took out this, took out this. So the next probably level is here, probably a support level, and then our final support level. If we take out that, watch out because we do have a massive head and shoulders going on, right? So market looks bearish, feels bearish. So we'll just sit on our hands, kind of see what's going on. Yeah. Hey, Enrique, I've never trade the MNJK, but it's ESs. I think it's all the same. I mean, you still get decent moves, especially overnight, and when the market starts to really kind of move, and all that. So. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch. Right now we're in a clean waterfall, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. They're just lower highs, pure price action, right? And if I see us start to rally back up, I'll grab my fib retracement and just draw something like this to look for a potential short because we are making lower highs and lower lows now. So I kind of want to watch for this waterfall to break up, come up. I would probably lean on this, probably up around this 75 level. So if we could break above, start to rally, probably this 75 level, if we kind of look, matches up right here with this swing low too, right? So old support potentially could become new resistance, right? Think about this, right? Price came here, right? Resistance, rallied, pulled back, support, double top, pull back, right? Bear flag, completely fail. So a nice rally up. This 75 percent retracement is kind of my zone right here where I think it would be a really good short. Even the 61.8, I think when price may react at that level, right? Look at how it all lines up too perfect. So we will see what happens. Hey, Piper792. Hey, thanks for joining. Yeah, yeah, I thought it's my first live stream, so I kind of want to see how it works. I might start doing a Globex session kind of in the evenings, a couple times a week, maybe mornings, late mornings. It's more just kind of playing around, see when I feel like doing it. It's not going to be a constant every single day thing for me, but just to be able to connect with you guys and things like that, and answer any questions you guys have. So if you guys have any questions on anything, definitely let me know. But hopefully, if I could help you guys kind of learn, do a bunch of different strategies. So, like right now, we're doing the fib, right? We're looking for these levels, probably this 94 level. I'm going to look for a short, right? So I got a short, risk 2 points to make 2 points. It's my major kind of default. So we were in the waterfall. Now we're in a reverse waterfall. Nice move right to the 38. Again, this is more of my zone. I'm looking for a short right there. So, and over here, look at this, right? Look at this profile that we're starting to build out right here, right? So if we rally and look at this, right? Here's the shelf, this 92, 94 level, right? That area, I would not be surprised to go there, rally up, and then fall, and then start to build this profile out because we have a double distribution right there. So, hey, Piper, Yuri, anybody, how was trading for you guys this week so far? You guys been doing good? So now on a real small micro side, we actually are starting to make higher highs and higher lows. If we could take out this high, this will be a micro swing low. And then if we do take out the lows right here, I will definitely be watching for potential divergence right here with the MACD and also stochastics. Oh, good job, Piper. Yeah, look, a lot of stuff that I'm going to be showing on these live streams is what I kind of teach in my courses, right? Um, Shameless plug, but if you guys are new to my stream, make sure you guys like the video, the stream. Check out my other YouTube videos. I have like 600 of them. And I also have a course. All the information's at daytrainfearless.com or the links down below. I also do one-on-one coaching too now. So if you guys are looking for more in-depth stuff like that. But yeah, Piper, a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing is from the course, right? Fibonacci pullbacks, divergence, things like that. So right here, we have a low. Look at the stochastic, right? Look at that move all the way down, and stochastic barely moved, right? That's a telltale. Okay. When I see something like that, big push lower, rally, pull back, but the stochastic, watch out. Price is probably going to usually move higher. Now, if we want, let's grab our Fibonacci extension, go from this low to this high, right? Just of this leg of the move. And look at this, like perfect, right? Can't make this up. The 1618 is right at the 618 here from this leg, right? The 200 is at the 75. That's why I like those levels. So we'll see if price can move up. But with that being said, we just took out this high. So we are now low, high, higher low, higher high. And this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a move like this right here. And remember, if we look down on this chart, right, that level is essentially this level right here. And that's where the low volume node started too, right? Very low volume there. So I got my order in 94. Let's see what happens with a 2 point stop. Normally I'd go right above here, right? 97 in the quarter. I don't think it'll get there. So, but it's more risk. I don't want to put another point and a half worth of a risk. If I get stopped out, again, we're trading the micro, so it's not a big deal. So we are seeing, right? We just got a bullish arrow, which means on the MACD, again, just regular settings on the MACD, that we potentially are starting to go bullish, but we will see. And maybe we should put the order in at 61.8, right? Look at that, right to it, and a reverse. We would have gotten our 2 points if we had an order in right there. But I was hoping for a little overshoot. Again, sometimes it'll bounce here, other times it'll go up here, sometimes it'll go in between and reverse. But this is why I love the 618 to 75. So now, if you guys want, again, let's say maybe we'll do some extreme scalping, right? Of let's grab our Fibonacci. We have the reverse, right? Reverse waterfall that I teach, right? And then kind of broke if we want, grab a Fibonacci and look at the pullback here, right? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of the 3850. Look at this pullback right to the 38%. So, hey, Piper. So I think you say you had about 20 years of trading. What's the hardest lesson to learn, and what were things that helped you be consistent? Being that long in the game, your risk management is on point. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I've been trading for about 21 years. Been really only mainly focused on the E-minis for about 16 years. Looked at it every single day of my life. Learned everything about it. I've had a few mentors along the way that have helped me. That's why I want to give back. That's why I make the videos. If you guys see, I don't charge crazy amounts of money for things. It's just, I mean, there is a piece to my value, right? Or a price to my time, value of my time. But I would say the hardest lessons that I've had to learn is patience. Wait for your trade setup, but also my early days, okay? It's like this. You guys didn't see me chase this, right? Guess what? Most traders get frustrated because they're like, oh my God, it came so close. I waited so long and I missed it that they might jump in and then get whipsawed out, right? Sometimes you got to go, hey, this is my price. I'm willing to buy this or go short at this level. Okay. And if I'm wrong and I miss it, I'm okay with it. Second thing that I learned, Piper, along the way is I'm okay with 2 points. This is my game. right? I'm not trying to look for 10 points. I'm not trying to look for 30. I can't tell you guys how many times that I've missed the low, or I bought at the low of a move with literally 2 points of risk or a point worth of risk, and it's rallied 100 points, 200 points. Okay. And when I first started trading, it was really difficult for me to be okay with only 2 points. And after over years of doing this over and over and figuring out what works for me, right? This is kind of the biggest thing. What works for Jason as a trader is to be patient, wait for the trade to set up to what you are looking for. I'm not playing against anybody else. Okay. This is my game. Now, there are some people that look for home runs. Okay. And there are people that sit there and look for bigger moves, right? That's not what I look for. I look for what are called smash and grabs. Get me in, get me out, give me my 2 points. The longer I stay hang around somewhere, probably the more things could go wrong, right? It's almost like this right here. I'm trying to get long right here at 80, sorry, 88. I'm only looking for a point. Yeah, I'll give myself 2 points worth of risk on this, right? But I'm either going to be right or right out. I understand my win rate. There are going to be trades I get stopped out, but if I could just get a point, I get my risk reward. But I'm giving it a leash. It's like walking your dog, right? Give it a little more room on the leash with those electronic leashes, right? Look at this. Try and get filled, right? We're right there and we're out, right? So we just picked up a point. Okay, yeah, my first trade I lost, right? Lost 11 ticks, picked four of them up right there. So kind of going back, and you guys will know I love to rant. If you guys watch my videos, and sometimes I'll get off track, but yeah, just managing risk, being okay with whatever you're looking for, being okay with 2 points of target and not going, man, I could have made this much more money. I never even look at the market that way. And that's been a lot of self-help, right? Work on my end. It's a lot of stuff where I'm like, okay, hey, this is who cares? Like this, look at this. I could have gotten 2 points, right? Never would have gotten stopped out, but I don't care. The trade's over. I moved on. And that's what I think you guys should do when you guys trade. Be okay with whatever your game is and take your money and run and watch for the next trade setup. So hopefully that helps. Um, do I still like this trade? Okay. Now let's take a look at what's going on. Let's clean up the charts a little bit. Okay. We already tested the 618. Here's, look at this. Our VWAP line has moved lower. Okay. It almost comes down to this level, right? Old support will probably become new resistance. I will probably move my entry to about 95.50. Yeah, 95.50, which is right here. Okay. Because look at the pullback. This was a deeper pullback. Okay. When we were here, I would have left it, but because we had deeper pullback, that probably means we're going to have a larger extension to the upside. And we keep making lower highs, right? Or sorry, higher lows and higher highs. Now, look at this, right? We're kind of pulling back, but we're still above here. All this price action is in with this leg. If we rally up, I think we'll go here and then pull back. And Piper, this kind of goes back to being more patient, right? And being flexible. I think you got to be adjustable and flexible. I know everybody talks about risk one to make two or whatever those numbers are, right? Everybody has it. Listen, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but you saw me risk 2 points to only make 1 point. Okay. Is it the smartest thing? No, but does it work for me? Yes, it does. As for you guys need to figure out what works for you guys too. Some of the stuff learned from trading in the zone, put the trade on, manage the risk. If you lose or miss a trade, just move on. Exactly, 100% agree, Piper. Listen, am I a trader? Yeah, but I'll tell you what I'm more of is a risk manager. Learn to manage risk, and I think that's the bigger thing. So you got to become a risk manager and learn the patterns, learn the charts, learn where price potentially could go. But that becomes we're more risk managers than traders. So Um, hey, so real quick, let's kind of clean everything up. Like I say, you guys will see I love drawing. I love doodling, right? Draw stuff all over the charts and then get rid of them all, right? And clean up the chart. Zoom in, zoom out. Look at the bigger picture. Look at this, right? Old support becomes new resistance. Trading is really not that difficult if you start to learn. If you see right here, I'll mark this off, right? It's just all patterns. A low, sorry, a high, a low, a lower high, because the minute we took out that low, that becomes a lower high, right? We make another low. Now, we either rally up or we fall down. If we fall lower below this low, this becomes a new swing low, right? We'll have a series of lows. If we actually rally above this high, then we start making higher highs and higher lows on the bigger picture. But within that bigger picture, we actually have more of a micro trend going on right here, right? But if you think about it, all this price action right here is still within this leg. Very important, right? So until this low gets taken out, we're still making higher highs and higher lows. So the market is still bullish on the micro trend, right? But on the bigger trend, the macro, we're bearish. Now, look at what's going on here. In this downfall, we have a high, a low, a lower high, lower low, right? So if you could learn to start taking, hold on, let's get rid of this guy. Dude, we're trying to trade stocks, not date. We already have our mistress here, right? If you guys look in the chat, I'm about to get rid of it. So give me a quick second, guys. It's always got to be a bad apple in the group, right? Let's get rid of that guy. Okay. Yeah, I love the spammers. Okay, so hopefully you guys can understand, right? There are three things going on. There's a massive big trend. We then have a micro trend going on, right? But then within that micro trend, we have another little baby micro trend, right? Look at this. A high, right? A low high, boom. We just rallied, right? And then now we're rolling back over. If you guys just use the reverse waterfalls, right, to do this, that's what creates these swing highs. And if you want, right, think about this. All you had to do was when we start to rally, draw a Fibonacci and look at where we went, right to the 75 and rolled over. So there are all these different ways to look for trends and do all that, right? So there's always opportunity. It's just kind of understanding how it all works. So here, we either need to take out this low. I'd say this low. If we take out this low, we're probably going here. If we reverse, take out this high, we're going higher, right? There now, could we take this trade and use that as a stop loss all day long? Now, I'm looking down here. Are there any telltales? Well, yeah, guess what? Is this hidden divergence potentially right here? Right? You guys know I always talk about divergence. Well, guess what? Here's some hidden divergence, right? As we're making a higher low, we're making a lower low. I very rarely talk about hidden divergence because it's not something I look for, but we see it right here, right? Now, if you want, take it, just trade the waterfall, right? 1, 2, we broke above, maybe look for a pullback and use that as a stop loss. And look at this hidden divergence starting to work very nicely. Now, our two lines in the sand, I believe, is this and this. Break out, we go higher, break down, unless we see something we kind of don't like, right? So, hey, just real quick, I see we have a few new viewers. Hey, thank you guys for joining me. Day trading the Globex E-mini and Micro S&P E-mini Futures. If you guys want, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to learn more, check out my channel, ton of videos. Also, my website, daytradingfearless.com. I have a video course, things like there or like that over there too. Um, so right inside here, we are looking for potential kind of break higher, break lower. Now, I'm going to bring something new into this chat right now, right? Right here, look at this. This is a 5 range, okay? Barenko bars, right? 1 day, 5 minute, okay? I have a RVI, just a regular, or my RVI that I use with my tick charts, right? But if you guys come over here, go into here, into time axis, you'll see these are Renko bars. Okay, you can either do range bars or Renko bars. These are Renko bars, right? And it's something again I'm playing around with, seeing is there an edge, things like that. Look at this, right? Kind of nice divergence right here with a double bottom. So, hey, welcome, trading yoga girl. Glad you found the channel too. So, thank you for being here. If you have any questions, just shoot them. Anybody have any questions? Let me know. This is kind of me trying to give back to you guys, right? Help you guys trade, and let's try and find some trades, right? So here we go. We're at the lower edge. Look at that, right? Bounce. We're still making lower highs. Now, think about this, right? We're probably going lower. The reason I say that is we took out this low, right? We started to kind of make a wedge potentially, but we broke down from that wedge right there, right? And watch this. If we take this out, we're probably coming down here more than likely. Hey, Yoga Girl, this is actually my very first night doing it. Look at that. There goes price. I'm probably going to try and do this maybe a couple times a week. No set schedule. Maybe in the mornings I might do it or late morning, right? Maybe an hour or two before the close. I would make sure you turn on the bell notification. So whenever I do this and then kind of go from there. So, like I said, I don't want to be, I trade for a living. There are days where I want to help and keep me busy, right? This is all I do. Some days I get bored. Other days I don't feel like dealing with anybody. So hopefully that helps. But, yeah, Piper, yeah, they're, Rankos. I think I've never seen them. I came across somebody who was using them, and I'm like, ooh, interesting. So, yeah. Look, there's some. I'll be honest with you. When for years, I would trade. When I was learning all about the e-minis, I watched them from morning till night, every single day, all day long. I mean, I was obsessed with it, and because I want to learn everything about the e-mini futures. I tell people that I train and all that. I go, hey guys, master one thing. Watch it all day, put 10,000 hours in, and I guarantee you guys will learn everything about it. I just kind of showed you guys, right? I said, if we took out this low, we're probably going to break down. Now, I don't know we're going to do it, but I know what the odds are because I've seen it over and over and over. And I also understand how these E-mini futures work. They're so clean and the way they trade, they're so predictable a lot of times, but you have to put your 10,000 hours in. Look at this nice clean waterfall going on, right? I'm going to draw a fib. And again, if you guys don't know what my waterfall is for any new people here, it's just like stairs, right? Lower high, all on the way down. All I care about are the highs, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high, boom, boom, right? And then if we start to rally back up, right? All I try and do is match up levels. Now look at this divergence going on right here, guys. Massive divergence on the MACD, massive divergence on the E-minis. Now, does it mean I'm going to get long here? No. Hey, we can. I might try it. Maybe on the pullback at this 82 in the quarter level. I'll try it. So we just got a pullback, right? I'll use these lows, right? Risk 2 points to make 2 points. You want my money? Come take out these lows. But if we could get a quick little bounce back up because we are now bullish, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we're back to bearish, but I got my stop loss in. We have divergence. We'll see. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Manage risk. I was an option trader, but I really love not having the Greeks. Hey, I'm with you. I love the futures yoga girl because they're so clean, right? There's no theta, no time decay. It trades clean, cleanest thing I believe you could trade. So now look at this, right? We know the charts will tell you exactly where to put your stop loss right here. Look at that. Right below here, we have our divergence. Now look at this little divergence right here, right? Or actually, I'm not going to call it divergence. It's actually the way it should be working. Look at this, right? Boom, just got 2 points, right? Look at this. It's a stress-free way of trading. Yes, it's not a ton of money. Listen, I'm not doing this to make a ton of money on these live streams, right? It's more, hey, let's trade, let's have fun. I'm not the guy, hey, I made $10,000 today. It's not me. Okay, it's and I'll be honest with you guys. It's like I'm not trying to sell you guys a pipe dream. I'm telling you guys if you watch these things over and over, right? And because a lot of times we'll look back and go, "Wow, Jason nailed it," right? Look at the divergence. We had multiple divergences, and look at the market start to really rally. Now, let's look for a potential short. We'll go 87.50. Okay. I want price to go here and then quick little pullback, smash and grab. Not trying to be a hero, guys. Just give me nickels and dimes. It's growing up, I was a huge baseball fan. And I remember watching who was it, third baseman for the Orioles. I can't even Boone, I think it was, or something. He never hit home runs. He was always a base hit, a single and double guy. That's all he ever hit. He never tried to hit home runs, things like that. And that's where I'm at. I'm like, hey, let me just do these quick little scalp, do what I do good, right? I don't like being in a trade. No offense to any women right now, but I look at the market like a woman. I don't trust them. I don't trust the market. I know women say the same thing about us guys, right? um, but it's one of those things where it's kind of like everything will tell you get long, get short, and then it's a roller coaster, right? You might be have a target way up here and it comes up and then it reverses and fails you, right? Let me get in, get out, look for the quick movement. And I found with all this volatility, risk 2 points, gain 2 points is what that sweet spot for me at least is. Now, look at this, right? As we rally, I'm just kind of leaning up against these levels right here for my short. Hey, Piper, I agree with you. I've never been a big fan of the Dow, Nasdaq. I hate them all. I'll be honest with you because of liquidity. You get horrible fills, you get slippage, things like that. There's not enough contracts a lot of times. I mean, look at this, right? We got 2015. Okay, dude, there's plenty of liquidity. You go to the Dow, you're like 135, right? Also, learn one thing. Most traders, think about it. Back in the day, most traders in the pits knew one thing, and they knew one thing really good. And they would trade that all day. That's all they knew. Another thing, real quick, guys, just so you guys know, I know there's a delay of a couple seconds, so I try and keep it. I'm trying to stream it as quick, but I try and tell you guys if you guys are following any of my trades. Remember, none of this is trade advice. I'm just some dude on YouTube, right? But a lot of um, my trades, I will tell you well beforehand, as you guys see. I told you guys all this. I hate these guys. They're like trying to scalp it, and trust me, because I watch YouTube. Right, I'm always learning, but I hate the people that are like, "Oh, I'm getting long," and 5 seconds later, you're finally seeing it. I understand that, so this is why I'll try and always give you guys plenty of time of where my entries or exits are, things like that. There might be times where, hey, I jump in a little quick and all that, but I just want you guys to know. Yeah. Hey, Piper, usually, it's actually not that bad. Usually it's about 5 seconds on the delay. Sometimes if you have a slower bandwidth, you'll see where the red line is, it'll slow down on the slower bandwidths on your end, but usually it's about 4 or 5 second delay. Just a FYI. Because I see everything too. I got multiple monitors and I see it on our end. But look at this, right? This is kind of where I go back. Um where I go back to, this is why I do smash and grab trades. Look at this. If I was looking for this, we came all the way back down. Now I'm mentally thinking, oh my God, I was right and I gave up all that profit. And look, we're all the way back down here, right? I'm like, now I'm back to break even. What do I do? Now the market doesn't look good. Guess what? I was in and out of that trade. Dude, I'm done. I'm looking for other trades. So, okay. So we've now reversed. I missed that 87.50 essentially by 3 ticks. Again, Piper, you asked me, how do I deal with it? What was the best lesson I learned? Hey, I missed it. Big deal. Next, move on. Cancel it, because if we go all the way back up here, look at this leg, right? We're probably not going to go here and then back down. We'll probably come all the way up here because we will now have made a higher low if we take out that high, and you could see a lot of short covering coming in. Uh, Yoga Girl, I use a 1 minute. So just real quick, 1 minute for all these charts except this one. Normally I use a today only 3 minute market profile, regular trading hours during the day. But because we're doing overnight, I have a 15 minute 2 day chart, the day before and current. And that's it. I keep it at 1 minute, gives me enough information that I need. Now, let's erase everything. I want to show you guys something real quick. Look at this over here, right? We see the divergence over on this chart. We also, if we kind of zoom out, look at this pullback we just had, okay? But we almost got back down to these lows, but look at where the MACD is. Look at where the stochastic is. Not saying that we can't come back down and take out the slow, but it's just something. We were in a waterfall, right? Now we're in a reverse waterfall. If we take out these lows, we're probably coming down, take out these lows, and the market will continue its bigger bearish trend lower to retest these lows down here. Because if I'll be honest with you, kind of zooming out, and this is why I like to zoom out. Look at this bear flag, right? We saw the bear flag here, bigger picture, right? Bear flag, bear flag. We're probably going lower. I feel like the market wants to retest these lows down here. Hey, Prayer Kid, what's going on, man? Good seeing you in here. Thanks for jumping on. Hope you're doing good. Um, So yeah, so like I say, let's look for telltales, right? Look at this. So real quick recap this trade. We saw the divergence here, right? We saw it here. And did we almost get stopped out? Yes. Did we? No, because price never broke below the slow where our stop was. Our entry was right about here, and we got 2 points. My first trade was a loser. kind of, I think we took something up here, blew right through. Second trade scalped for 1 point. Second trade got two. We're up 250 net net after commissions, all that. We're break even. But again, look, we gotta be patient. We gotta wait for certain things to set up, right? I tell people it's a lot like surfing. Um, you sit, you paddle. I used to longboard in Malibu, California, surf every summer. Um, Sometimes you wait 20 minutes for a wave. And when the wave comes in, it might be a quick wave. Some work, some don't. Other waves, you're on the board for 30 seconds and ride it all the way to the pier. So right now, I'm going to tell you guys what I see. This looks ugly. There's really no edge. This looks like it wants to go lower. We may bounce and maybe a look below and fail. Okay. We won't know that, but guess what? If we just watch the waterfall, 1, 2, 3, if we break above this, okay. Hey, now it's confirmed, right? Maybe if you want, look for a pullback. Okay, and enter here with a stop loss right below here. And maybe I'll do that. 81 even. I'll try it. Look at this, right? I have 1 point of risk to make two. Okay, hey, let's see if it works. Now, we need a kickback, right? And this is what, here's our divergence, right? We actually see it here. So if we could pull back, I want to see a kickback and then a bounce. Piper, I do like 1600 tick on RTH. Yeah, want to know something? I love the 1 minute. Gives me enough information. Remember, I'm a scalper. I'm looking for 2 points. If you're looking for more major things, like bigger moves, use a higher time frame. But usually, most things start with a 1 minute chart. So here, I'm still going to wait. But look at this, right? Structure of market. I am not going short on this trade, Yoga Girl. I'm looking for a long. I'm looking for price to pull back. I'm only going to look for a point. I'm going to risk one to make one, right? I'm risking a point. The chart's telling me where my stop goes, right? Right below the slow. I'm either going to be right or right out of the trade, but I'm also not trying to go big. Yeah, just looking for a bounce. Now, look at this, right? If we break above here, we now have structure. And I'll tell you right now, this is a micro structure right here, right? A low, high, low. Well, guess what? We just took out this high. We are now bullish right now, okay? Bigger picture, we're bearish, right? This needs to be taken out for this entire the last hour, right? This is our latest swing high. But on this picture, right, we made new lows. But think about this: a high, a low, lower high, lower low. So this is just a pullback in a bullish, very micro. But the macro, we're still bearish. Oh, nice. Nice prayer, kid. Yeah, I'd go. I don't trade the NQ, so I'm not even going to pull it up. Have no clue what their chart, what prices are. But I like it. I mean, and remember, they all trade in sync, right? I kind of like that. I think we're going lower. I will tell you, there's one thing that's a huge telltale in this market why I'm really not that bearish. on this overall market, or sorry, bullish, is because of the VIX. Look at the VIX. We're still at 30 on the VIX. Dude, with a couple hundred point rally, dude, we should have gotten destroyed, right? We should be in probably the mid 20s, and we're not. And so with that being said, I think there's some stuff going on under the hood. Okay, so real quick, look at this, right? Nice pullback. Look where we pulled back. And again, if you guys have watched my video course, again, shameless plug, my website, daytrainfearless.com. It's $100 for a 7-hour video course and also my weekly trade zones for the S&P futures. If you guys don't know about it, but I teach about the pullback. Look at this, right to that 61.8 and the bounce. I missed my entry by 2 ticks. Am I mad? No, care less. But guess what? I'm canceling it, right? I'm going to cancel the order. And the reason being is because I missed it by two ticks. I was only looking for a point. If we come back down here, it may still work, but trade's over for me. Everything for me is the very first touch. If I miss it within a tick or two, don't want to be in. But yeah, bigger picture, guys. I mean, even look at the hourly, right? I'm talking this entire trend, right? Everybody kind of goes, oh, this is it, right? Until I mean, we took out this high, but if this is the high we got to take out, right? For this market to have a rally, maybe up to 4,000 is these 3820 levels. And the VIX is telling me there's something going on the bigger picture, not to believe this. And guess what? Let's just take a basic trend line, drive from that low to that. Guess what? We're on the other side, right? You want to play this? You want to get long? Look for bounces, right? Maybe this level here, but again, that's bigger picture, guys. But look at this, right? Lower highs, lower lows. Could try a short here, right? Again, I'm not taking it. It's too quick. But don't like it. It's nothing I like in this market right now, like no trade. So again, this is the part that's hard, not to overtrade, not to trade just to trade. Hey, real quick, guys, if everybody listening, if you guys could kind of just let me know how I'm doing, if you guys like this, am I talking too much? Give me constructive criticism. I don't care. You can't hurt my feelings. But I just want to make sure I'm putting out a good product to where it's easy to follow along with, and things like that. If you guys could kind of let me know, I appreciate that. Thanks, Simple. Cool, cool. Thanks, Maximus. Thank you, Yoga Girl. Yeah, like I said, I know I could talk a lot. I just don't want dead air. And again, I'll try and refine everything. Thanks, Nancy. Okay, so right here, potential look below. I call them look below and fail, right? Meaning we take out the lows, right? All these shorts are trapped. And then we have divergence right here, right here. Okay. I'm going to set up a trade right now. If we pull back, I want to lean against these bodies. I call them body, body, wick, right? I look for levels I can lean against. And if you look for bodies or wicks, they're usually really clean levels. So if we come back down with a divergence, right? Really no divergence here. Not going to say there's nothing here really, but if we roll back over, I'll look to get long right around this 78 and a quarter level. And again, just right below the low, one tick below this low is my exit. Um, Now, if we take out this high, we're going to now start to make, which we haven't done, since I've been doing this broadcast, right? We've been making lower highs this entire way down, right? Except for this little break, right? But if we take out this high, this entire structure of the market is now bullish. Hey, Piper, yeah, if you want to send that to me, I believe you have my email address. Yeah, I'd love to take a look at it. So, like I said, I just started. I saw a video in my feed on YouTube, and I'm like, hey, let me. I've never. I'll be honest with you. For how long I've been doing this, I never really got MACD, and I just watched the video. I'm like, ooh, let me try and figure this out. I love learning, guys. Always become better, right? Never become complacent, and like I said, I've been doing this for over 21 years. I'm still learning. So don't think that, hey, these people, oh, I know everything, I teach, whatever. I'm still learning because I'm trying to make it better. I'm trying to look for what the best edge. Look at this, guys. Remember, I have an order in, it's 78 and a quarter. I'm leaning against these lows. We have the divergence, right? So I'm looking for all these things going on. Hey, thank you, Piper. Yeah, I'll let you know. And then next time I do it, I'll let you know my thoughts on it. But again, this is now just a pullback. Now, if you guys want, grab your Fibonacci retracement, low to high, right, and watch. I won't be surprised if we bounce right here. I'm not going to take it because there's too much risk, right? I think I want price to come down here, but look at this bounce, right? Wick, body, body, wick, right? It's the old support became new. All these people are trapped, and guess what? 61.8 right there. Again, I try and make trading easy, right? It's like, don't make it complicated. But I will be honest with you guys, to learn all this is part of your 10,000 hours, right? Now, if we break above here, because right now we're bearish, right? If we break above, get bullish because pull back, took out that high. We are now in a bullish thing. And I told you guys, if we take out this high right here, we're now the entire market has changed to become bullish until proven otherwise. I will tell you right now, I won't be if we take out this high, what I'm telling you is going to validate the market's bullish, right? So if we take this out by one tick, not to brag, I'm going to say I'm right? Because again, we were in lower highs, lower lows. Now we're making a low, a high, because we took out that high, a pullback, and this will become a higher high. So we'll have a low, high, higher low, higher high. Yeah, so think Piper. So Piper asks, can you go over trap traders? I love to look for those. Yeah, normally think of it this way, wicks, right? Usually it's wicks, right? But you can also look at it as more of kind of a major support level, right? Something like this. So we have two of them because if you look on the bigger picture, bounce, bounce, look below, big rally, pull back, bounce, and things like that, right? And so all these people are trapped. What I like to do is I like to look for bodies and wicks. Think of it this way, right? Everybody's like, hey, we're breaking down, let's get short, and they get short right here at the wrong time. Okay. The logic, I'll go through a little story real quick. The logic of this is as we go lower, okay, we bounce. Well, they're all wrong, right? Because they're right for a moment, but then the buyers step in and now they're like, oh my God, okay, the trade's going against me, but we're still in the downtrend. And then when it gets up here, they're like, oh, please, Lord, let this trade, let me get back to break even. I'll never do this again, right? And you guys know me. You want to pray, go to church. The stock market's not the place to trade, right? And so what happens is then we pull back and now they're like, oh, thank you, right? They're saying their thank you to the Lord, all that. And what happens is a lot of times, and we'll use this as our trap, right? On the bigger scale, is they sit there and they go, okay, instead of getting out back at break even, they're like, okay, now the markets can keep going lower. And all the professional traders, AKA algos and people who know what they're looking at, sit there and start to buy up because they know these guys are trapped and they want to inflict the most pain they can on those people, right? Because what they want is, hey, let's get along. When they realize they're all wrong, they're going to have to cover their shorts, aka buy back the market at higher prices. And that's going to help the long traders make more money because it's going to artificially push the market up. So hopefully that helps. But normally I like to look for wicks, something like this. I would rather see the pullback come here and then go. But here they just kind of trapped them down here, right? Because look at where we pulled back, right back to these levels, right? Bounce, bounce, look below, rally, bounce, and we're off to the races. And look at this, guys. Did I not call this? Again, boom, there we are. I told you. Watch this. The entire structure of the market is now bullish. And I told you when we were here, we'll probably bounce and take out those highs. And guess what? We just took out the highs. So now what happens is this is now our new swing low. A low, high, higher low, higher high. If you want to look for a trade, draw something like this, right? To buy on a pullback. And guess what? When you're able to do this, look at this. Your risk reward really ain't that much, is it? So, guess what? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to look to maybe buy down at this 82 if we roll over, but I don't think we will. I think we're going to just keep marching up. So, hopefully that helps, guys, with that story too. So, Nancy, would you ever place an order at 38 36.85 which would fill if the market takes out that high? No, I would not. And I'll tell you why I went to the 85. You're talking about buy on the breakout, correct? At 85, Nancy? That's where I think where like a stock market. I don't like trading breakouts. Okay. Because guess what? If you buy here, where's your stop loss go? Probably way down here, right? What I'd rather do is just be like a snake, right? Just keep tracking this. Look at this. We're in the reverse waterfall, right? One, two, three, four, five. I would rather wait for price to maybe start to come down and let me draw a fib retracement like this and look for a major level to be a buyer. Okay. And if this stays, I would probably look to be a buyer right at this 83 level. I would probably go half back. The reason being is because of this, right? Wick, body. See how we kind of have wicks, body, right? I'll draw this level. If we get a pullback, watch this level. I won't be surprised. And so I'll put an order in right now at 83. And I'll use a discretionary 2 point stop, which right here is at 81. We got to come down here for me to be stopped out. So hopefully that helps, Nancy, because guess what? If you go 85, yeah, you're only up a point, and that was the hardest point. Right? I'd rather just wait for a price to pull back and get the volatility to come. Also, if you look for a breakout, how many times does the market take off real quick? And next thing you know, you're filled at 85.50. I want to pick my price, not whatever price the market gives me. So right now, all I'm doing right now is I'm being really focused on this reverse waterfall. Again, if you guys are new, a waterfall are highs, lower highs, right? Going down. A reverse waterfall are higher lows. Higher low, higher low, higher low, right? And look at that. We just took out the low with a bearish engulfment, right? At the high. Think about it, right? So it's kind of like we took out the high, reverse took out the low, we engulfed this candle. We're now coming lower, and here's the continuation. Hey, thank you, yoga girl. You made my night. Thank you. Like I said, if you guys learn one nugget from this, then I'm happy. So here, look at where we pull back. And this is one thing that I want you guys to focus if you use fibs. I use the 0, the 38.2, 50, 61.8, and the 75. I know in my video course I do the 70, but I'm telling you guys, use the 75. I like it. I've been doing a lot of work on it. It works a lot better. Okay. But again, we're gonna miss this probably, but I'll still leave it, right? Because now if we could go higher, I'll be honest with you, if we go higher, my 83 will now match up with the 61.8, which will be crazy. But iJazz and Elite 1987, yes, 1 minute candles. That's it. It's all I care about. Keep it simple. So for futures, I use a stage 5. I also have a, Tradeovate account, but I've used stage 5 for years. They work. So look at this. As we're making new highs, right? I'm just tracking my fibs and watch this, right? Remember, this is my 83. I would love to see one more tick higher. 83 becomes the 61% pullback. And then look at my VWAP. Now, just so you guys know, this VWAP is a high low. If you guys want, let me do this for you guys. I'm going to share my chart. I'm going to put this in the chat room. So if you guys want this chart layout, and it gives you the high. So what this high low VWAP is it's an anchored VWAP, right? The high and the low of it. And these act really well as support and resistance levels a lot of times. Right? So if we can pull back, what my job is to look for the most confluence too, right? Look at this. We have divergence to the upside now, correct? Divergence here, we have divergence here, we have divergence here. The only thing we don't have is a break of this reverse waterfall. Now, I will tell you, if we break below this candle's close, right? Probably 86. If we break below, I know it's a little late, but if we break below, I'm going to look for a pullback to 87 for a short. So I have a short at 87 and my stop is going to go at 87.75. So I want price to pull back halfway and then and pick me up and then come back down. And my stop is above that high. Irish, thank you for sharing. Hey, you're very welcome. Hey, thank you for watching. I appreciate all you guys, man. Uh, this is a great turnout. I think we've had 127 views, people in, 25 viewers. Hey, I'm happy with it for my very first stream. Like I said, so I'm trying to get the bugs out and all that, but make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so when I go live, you guys get notified with it. I'll probably go live. I'm gonna try a couple times a week in the evening, and then maybe sometimes during the day. Now, look at this, guys. Look at how we're using the MACD. We're using the MACD histogram for divergence, right? We're using price and my fast stochastic. I'm looking for what I call a kickback trade. Where am I leaning against? Look where I'm leaning, guys. Right here. Okay. And I'm actually going to drop this down to 86.75 and my stop goes one tick above this high at 87.75. I'm risking 1 point. I want to see a kickback, rally, and then roll back over. Or on the downside, okay, I want to see a pullback, a deeper pullback right to the 1618. Remember, I told you guys body, body, right? Body, body, wick high. Okay, bodies here. If we come, we should probably see a reaction down here. So now it doesn't matter which way the market goes, up or down, I have a trade set up. Yes, I have a long order at 83. So watch it, and then a short at 86.75, right? Let's see what happens. And I want you guys to see the reaction at this level. Now, maybe we blow through and the market's stronger. That's why we manage risk, right? But I want you guys to really start to focus on what body and wicks and things like that for entries. If you start to focus and watch them, they're very powerful. The white, Dr. Lecter, the white candles are waterfalls. It's a special code. I actually shared this chart with you guys. It's in the chat. But the white candles are once you have like a reverse waterfall or a waterfall down, right? It changes the candle to white. Like here we have one, two, three, four, and then the minute we break above, it becomes a white candle. It's more of a visual that, hey, we broke the waterfall to the upside, or we broke the reverse waterfall to the downside. Hey, Elite 1987, how long have you been trading? This is my first night. Never done this in my life, so I think I'm doing pretty good. No, I've been trading for like 21 years. E-mini futures, I've been doing this for about 16 years. So watch price come down, right? We're coming down, okay, into this 61.8, which is also that 83. We have multiple things. I got filled, right? And we should see a reaction with a bounce back up. I'm looking for 2 points right here. Oh, and what you call it? GVARJ. I use a stage 5 for my trading dome. Come on, a little more, right? Now, if you see something struggle, or look, this is our 38, want to know something? I'm moving price down. Okay. Just get me out, give me 6 ticks, right? It's struggling, right? Let me try and get it out. Now, could it go? Yeah. Now, I will tell you guys, you can move your target closer or your stop higher, but you can never ever move your stop lower and your profit higher. So I just got what was it, 5 ticks on that? So again, could it go? Yes, I saw it struggling. A lot of times it would, I have a saying, don't be a tick for a blank. I don't want to get flagged by YouTube. Starts with the, the letter D. But listen, again, most important thing, risk management. Well, you saw that trade. You can move your target lower, but never higher. You can move your stop higher, but never lower. Meaning you can never, if you're risking 2 points, you can never say, "Ooh, I want 2.5 or 3 points of a stop." No, you could say, "I want a point of stop," but that's it. Uh, Golden, no, I do not use footprint. Elite, yes, I do trade regular hours. I traded all day today. So, and like I said, this is something where I want to maybe try and go on a couple nights a week, do an evening session, maybe jump on during the day. Like I said, there's no set schedule. So it's not like I'm going to be on every single day, but here, um, I will share. I'm going to share this entire flex grid with you guys too. So if you guys want all of these charts, the flex grid's in there too. So you could get this all the just this is the flex grid layout. So, but look at this, guys. Again, for me, this is not about any one trade. Just so you guys know, yes, you guys are gonna go, oh my God, you're amazing. You literally called that 83 to the tick. You literally went to 82.75, right? This is not about me being right or wrong. This is not about me making a ton of money. I'm using micros tonight. Okay. This is about me trading and helping you guys as the community. Because I know you guys have all helped me watching my videos and things like that. But I want you guys I have a saying, learn to trade well and the money will follow. Okay. And if you guys could really drill that into your head, we are trading well. We have trades and we're managing risk. The money will come. Will I be wrong on some trades? Of course. But tonight, I've had what? One winner and one loser and three winners, I think. So, hey, two BG too soon. Thanks. Hey, real quick, my course, you get a course and you get my weekly trade zones. Here, let me pull something up real quick. So these are the weekly trade zones, right? They're for the S&P. They're meant for just a resistance support. With my course, it's a 7-hour course, and you get all the trade zones and all that. Limited time, $100 at my website. And then if you guys want one-on-one coaching, go to my website, Day Trading Fearless. I offer that too. If you guys want to really learn all this stuff, but yeah, $100, you guys get the trade zones. I've been doing the trade zones for about 7 years. Um, Consistent track record is on Twitter. I release them every weekend, and then about 7 hours. I teach you everything I'm showing you guys, minus the MACD. But look at this, guys. Look at how perfect our divergences were, right? Remember, I called the divergence down here. Nice move up, right? Now I called the divergence up here. Nice move down. Now we missed this trade. Now, guess what? Trade's over. This was our kickback, right? We missed it by a couple points, right? Get rid of it. We're done. Move on. We are now making lower highs and lower lows. Hey Blake, what's going on? Hey, iJazz. Hey, thank you for the awesome comment. Awesome teacher, the best I've ever seen. I would definitely agree with you. But thank you, I appreciate that. Blake, what's going on? Hey, congratulations! I saw your Facebook post. You know what I'm talking about. Hope you guys are doing good. So, um, hey, thanks, Piper. Hey, Piper, you gotta admit the trade zones for last week were pretty good, right? We nailed that 3,500 low for what, 200 point bounce. So that was a nice one. Are you using Milwaukee guy? Are you using ES charts but trading MES? So yes, I am. Milwaukee. I use ES charts. I'll use MES. Some usually they're dead on. Sometimes they're off by a tick or two. Um, Things like that. Listen, I'm not getting nickel and dime it. It's part of trading, right? If I get stopped out, it makes a new low, but the ES doesn't make that new low. Sometimes I'll give it 2 ticks worth of risk just in case because of that. Normally, if I see the low on the ES, Milwaukee guy is at 77, but I see over here it's at 77 and a quarter on the MES. I will use the 76.75. So hopefully that helps. Um, yeah, I think I trade this every day. Usually they're within a tick. I never see anything crazy. Jason Kurg Lay from Botch that. Thanks for the course. It's a big help. Hey, no, thank you. Um, Nancy, what are the dashed black lines that appear with the price bar? I want a private trading session. Nancy, you could send me an email. Jason at daytrainfearless.com. It's on my website. Okay, the black dashed lines, and you're probably let me know if these are what you're talking about right here, Nancy. these dashed black lines um, are these are see this code right here? Okay. What this code is the previous candle's high, low, sorry, high, 50% retracement and low. Okay. So if I zoom in right here, these are the dashed black lines. They're a little hard to see, but this candle, this yellow line is the 50% Fibonacci of this candle. Okay. If you look over here, this yellow line, you'll see it here, and then you'll see how it's kind of like off this black area right here and right here where the lines are. Those are the previous high and low candle. And that's what these levels are. So they all tie in with each other. And the reason I do is because instead of having it come over here and look like, let's say I want to get short right here. Well, instead of going, okay, what's the long? I just look here or I look up here and I go, okay, hey, the high is 83.75. My stop loss goes to 84. So it's just a quick cheat sheet of if you're looking for a potential short. I like them more on 15-minute candles, right? That's where I first really start to use them is if I'm using 15-minute. Let's say I want to get short. Well, I know my stop would be a couple ticks above here. All I need to do is look here or here and say, hey, the high is 82.75. Add 2 ticks to that, my stop would be 83 and a quarter. So hopefully that helps. But especially for scalping, if you're looking for pullback trades, things like that. Um, Piper, they were on point. Yes, agree. Are you bullish, Elite? Are you bullish or bearish for the next few weeks? Listen, if you guys don't know, I do a weekly watch list video. Let me pull up a daily. Let's keep this simple. Here's a perfect look below and fail, guys. Right? Earlier, I was talking about look below and fail. Look at this. All these people got trapped, right? And what happened was we bounced, right? Boom, flush. Everybody's wrong at the wrong time. Boom. We have that massive rally. We pull right back. If we, I said if we break below previous day, we're going to be bearish, right? We kind of broke it by a couple ticks, right? And then, but we're bullish, but now we're back into a bearish market, right? Now, what potentially could happen is we come back down. We then, on a bigger picture, have our neckline a inverse head and shoulders, correct? This is we're now making the right shoulder. Here's my problem. The VIX. Okay. This is where I have a problem. A huge 200-point rally and the VIX barely moved. Okay. There's something going on under the hood. And I've been doing this long enough. It's kind of like, now, could we break and fall lower? Yes, we can, but we should have already done it. Something is telling me something's not right with this market. And I'll be honest with you, this almost seems too easy for me for this low to hold. I'm not going to lie. This seems too easy for me with the market. Listen, the Fed's raising rates, housing's gain. Like there's a lot of things we haven't seen pain. I think over the next few weeks, we're going to start seeing more and more layoffs because all those rate cuts are finally coming in. Because if you guys have any credit card debt, you guys are going to realize a lot of your credit card bills are going up because they're all on variable interest. So they keep raising, that number goes higher. I think people are getting scared. I think companies are starting to lay off. Me personally, I listen, if you guys followed me in February, January, I said I thought we were going to fall. The highs were in. I have it on YouTube. Go watch those videos. I said 4,000 was probably my first number, but I kind of ultimately said 38, and then we hit that 38, and then I said 34 to 35. Okay, I thought we would make one more low, but guess what? I'm flipping that. I think we're going to about 32 now. I don't think this is over on the overall. Okay. Now, over for a couple weeks, could we see a rally up to 4,000? I would not be surprised one bit. Bear market rallies, but I don't think the pain is over. And I'm going to show you guys something real quick that you guys probably have no clue of. Let's go out to December or November, monthly expiration. Okay. So you guys know I've trade options. I've done it all. Um, Look at the call option volume, open interest. Okay. Right here, we're at 30, we're at 60,000, 44. Look at the 35s, 152,000. Look at the 40s, 142,000. Look at the 50s, 300,000. 282 at the 60s, 244 at the 70s, 100,000 at the 80s. There is some massive, massive call buying going on in the VIX. This happened a couple weeks ago, guys. And with that being said, this is why I think the VIX isn't getting crushed right now. Okay, there is something going on. I've said it kind of not out loud to people, but like the YouTube world. But I'm gonna tell you guys, I think there's something major going to happen in November or December. Gut feeling, who knows? Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But I just feel there's a black swan coming in November, December. I hope I'm wrong, but just as something to be aware of, which would probably take us back into the 2000 levels, 29, 2800 on the S&P futures. So hopefully that helps. Sorry for the rant. Um, if you guys know me by now by watching my videos, sometimes I love going on a rant. So unbelievable charts. I changed the color on the screen so I could see the dashed lines next. Yes, it helps. Now, I'll be honest with you, you don't need to change them. Just look on the side, Nancy, the black lines. This is all the information you should care about. Are those numbers or up here? Aaron, hey, what's up, man? Do you plan on trading live? Yes, no set schedule. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably do it whenever I feel like it. I'm gonna try a couple times a week and night for an hour or two, kind of do what we're doing. And then maybe during the day, maybe some mornings, some mid mornings, late mornings, things like that. The best thing I would do is turn on um I would turn on notifications and stuff like that. So hopefully that helps so you guys know when I'm going live. Simple, historically, the Fed's never pivoted during a period of inflation until the next VIX spiked above 40. Yeah, hey, I'll tell you right now, Zimple, 57, the Fed's got no clue what they're doing. Come on. We should all know that by now, right? They're late on raising rates. They'll be late on lowering them. I think what'll happen is Jay Powell, me personally, I think when the market starts to falter, Jay Powell's going to get called into the principal's office, aka Joe Biden, and Joe Biden's going to give him a stern yelling at and say, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you trying to take down my economy?" Right? 2 years before my election. Okay. I think, and they will pivot then. but until there's pain, I don't. I again, not to be political, I think this administration is clueless. With everything they're doing. But just like the Fed, I think they're clueless too. But guess what? It's the world we live in. We're traders. I could care less. I'm not changing the world, right? I, I don't care what anybody does. All I could do is control what I could control, right? And that's what think about with trading the ESs. Use your fibs, look for support. We can only control what we can. This is why we have to manage risk and use stop losses. So, um, trading girl. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'll probably try and do like four. I live in Las Vegas, so I'm on Pacific time. So, hey, if you guys ever come out to Vegas, let me know. Send me an email, Jason at daytrainfearless.com, and we'll meet up for sure. So, I mean, well, yoga girl, if we fire them on the spot, then who are they gonna hire? More dumb people, right? Just get rid of the Fed. They have no clue what they're doing. Um, but I will say, instead of us looking at it in these terms, use it as an advantage to our trading, right? Knowledge is power. I'm not going to lie, guys. When I first started trading, I would listen to Rick Santelli, and everything he says on CNBC is so true, right? I believe like he's dead on with half this, with what he says, the logic. The problem is if you try and trade with what he says, you will miss so much. Same with everybody on CNBC. I would say turn off the noise, maybe listen to it just for background noise or to learn about the markets, but these guys have no clue. When the market's down, that's when we should be licking our chops for bullish moves. When the market's up, we should be looking for bearish moves. I'm a contrarian by heart. That's the way I learned. It's kind of like when we were at 3,500. I'm looking to get long, and they bring every guy, Kramer, oh, don't buy this market. Dude, they're always wrong. So let me know if you guys agree with that in the chat. Uh, Zimple, is there a good study on TOS for tracking Delta? No, there is not. Not that I've know of. I don't even think they've ever built anything like that. And just so you guys know, I've been using Thinkorswim since like 2001. So I probably know this platform better than the people that work at TD Ameritrade. So um, I used to go to all the meetups, like seminar web or seminars with Tom and Tony. I know all those guys that built Thinkorswim. They'd come out 4 or 5 times a year. I'd hang out with them. I was trying to learn back then. They didn't have a YouTube. Real quick, markets, guys. Nothing's been happening. That's why I've been ranting. Right here, structure of market, guys. Bigger picture. This is what we're playing with. If price breaks above these highs right here, and I told you guys a long time ago, the minute we took out this high right here, okay, this high, it changed the entire structure of the market, and we're bullish. And look at this, we're working our way higher. So New York, train girl. Yeah. Dude, so here you guys go. Interesting fact. So I used to work 2008, 7, was it? No, 2008 to 2013. I worked for an online brokerage firm in California. I'm originally from Southern California, Manhattan Beach area. we were in El Segundo, got bought out by Trade King and went to Ally Bank, I guess, afterwards. But I left right before or right as the buyout happened. But I went to New York and I went, I had them set up a tour of the New York Stock Exchange. Um, where I went to the exchange the day of the market bottom in 2009, like March 13th or whatever that day was. That day I watched the opening bell. So it was pretty cool. Um, Oh, Aaron, when trading ES minis, what do you use as a stop loss? If you see, I use all bracket orders. If you look on my screen, it's all bracket orders. Normally, risk 2 points or less to make 2 points or a point somewhere, depending what the market does. If it stalls, I'll take profit sooner. But yeah, very rarely. Sometimes I'll go 2.5 points if it's like I can't get a better fill, but I think it's going to bounce. Again, you got to be flexible, but I've been doing this long enough. Um, I'm allowed to kind of change it to a little more, but usually 2 points is my sweet spot. Um, so Aaron better than Kaufman. Hey, look, I love Kaufman. I've known Kaufman for years. I think he teaches great. It's just a different style, and believe it or not, I'll be honest, I still learn from the guy, right? It's like I love his Ultima strategy. I would definitely recommend him all day if you love selling premium, be dead wrong and still make money. I love selling puts when the market's there, volatility and pricing's right. But until then, I scalp. So, Mark, why don't you use active trader on toss, because toss charges way too much for commissions. I love the charting on toss, I hate the commissions, and I will go trade where commissions are cheap, so and do the same exact job, especially with micros. I think I pay like a buck 30 with a round trip with stage 5. That's who I use for my futures. Toss is like 450 for the same trade. So I can't go do the same scalping, right? On the small contract like I do. Um, iJazz, how you feel about a market today and any thoughts for tomorrow? I'll be honest with you, markets today snooze fest, but there's always opportunity. Look at everything I'm showing you guys, right? It's like, who cares? There's always opportunity. I'll find a trade right now, right? Okay, cool. We have a low, a higher low, higher high on the micro. Guess what? If I want to find a trade, draw a Fibonacci right here. If I want to look for a quick little scalp, what lines up? Right? Hey, I like this. Probably the 75%. If we pull back, maybe I'll take a quick scalp for a point. So that's what I think about the market. Just boring today. As far as tomorrow, I'll be honest with you guys. I do zero homework on the markets. I could care less what happens. Just like tonight, all I care about is right when I jump on, I read what the charts tell me and I trade price action. But as far as what the markets are going to do tomorrow, my opinion, I'll tell you right now, look at the daily. We were bullish, we're now bearish. End of story. We were in a reverse waterfall, 1, 2. We broke yesterday, took out the low. Guess what? We're now in a waterfall, 1, 2, 3, until proven different. Markets going lower. The market feels heavy. I wouldn't be surprised if we retest this 3,600 level. But again, it's not what I trade, but I'll give you my opinion with it. So hopefully that helps, iJazz. Um, Elite, would you buy some long dated puts for the possible black swan in a few months? I will give you a trade. I actually did it in one of my accounts today, and it's this account right here. This is the trade. Okay. With this trade, we sold, or this is what the trade is. We we bought a put spread. This is out to March, Elite. Okay. And again, none of this is trade recommendations, anything like that. Just some do on YouTube. Got to do the disclaimer. But I bought a 31.29 put spread. Okay. And this is essentially what the trade was. The 29 or 31.2900 put spread. So it's a 200 point put spread. Okay. I paid, I think it was like 24 bucks, right? Bought 170, collected 47, came out to like, we'll just round it off 25 bucks, right? Something, $24 for that spread. But then I sold three 2,000 puts in March, okay, at 10.50 a piece. Net, I collected about $8 on this trade. You could see it right here. I collected a credit of 8.50. Okay. Here's the thing. If we go to 2,900, that put spread's going to expand, right? It's a 200 point spread. I paid 24 bucks for it. So that 200 bucks or spread max might be worth, man, well, I would probably say about 140 bucks, right? But now my problem child would become the 2,000 puts. I sold those 3 times, right? But here's the thing. If we come back over here and we look at these March puts, and again, I did this for March. Okay. If I sold these, let's move the market. Okay. If we move the market down 800 points, 817 points negative, right? Because that would leave us at 2,100, correct? Or sorry, 2,900. We're currently at 37. And let's move time forward to December 16th. Okay. What I sold for $10 are only worth 21 bucks. Think about it. That put spread's probably going to be worth about 100, even I'll make 100 points on it. Let's say it's worth 124 bucks, right? Because you now have gamma starting to go into that put spread, right? Because we're in the money on it. So that thing's going to blow up. Well, guess what? We're going to probably, it's going to be worth 100 points. Well, guess what? I'm only down 20. What I paid 10 bucks for is now worth 21. I'm only down 10 bucks times 3. That's 30. I'm up 70 bucks. So hopefully that helps. Um, Elite. So that's what I love. I mean, before I lose money on this trade, we'll need to be at like 1,800. So again, just a whole different way to look at the market, guys. So we just made new highs. So, or actually, we did not break that high. Double top. Look at this divergence right here. Divergence right here, and right here, guys. And here is your signal for the divergence. I would look for a kickback, maybe right here. Okay, at 87. I'll try it. My stop is can go 87. We'll go 88. Okay, but guess what? I'm only gonna look for a point. We're gonna do a smash and grab on this. Okay, I want to see a pullback, right? Because we have the divergences. If it works, it works. Guess what? Above here, I'm out. And want to know something? 87. If it breaks here, I don't even want to be in it. I'm out. Stop me out. And this is kind of where we talk about that ES to the MES, right? I should have left it at 88 probably, but he'll probably take it out. And the reason I say that is here, but I lost 3 ticks. Big deal. Um, Option premiums are so inflated now. Hey, Zimple, believe it or not, even though the VIX is up, these option premiums are not. I'm going to tell you right now, they are not, what you call it, inflated. They're actually really low for what they are. So, if we break below here, I'm going to put an order in at 87. I'm going to try this again, but only if we break this 86.75. Uh, what is hotkey for that future option change? So to be able to get to that option calculator, you need to be on Theo price, just so you know. If you're not on Theo price, you won't be able to pull this up. Simple. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Dude, this sucks. These option premiums suck. I know the VIX is high, so but look at that, took out those highs, right? Again, hey, think about this, right? Trading, if you manage risk correctly, guys, trading's like taking little paper cuts, right? I'd rather have a couple paper cuts like, okay, cool, I just lost 3 ticks on that trade. Perfect. It's a paper cut. It didn't work. Not every trade's going to work, but guess what? I'm not taking big losses. So, okay, with that, guys, with that being said, guys, thank you so much. I'm done. I'm fried. I'm hungry. So, I hope this was helpful for you guys all. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Appreciate you guys in the chat and all that. Like I said, make sure you guys turn on your notifications, subscribe to my channel, so you guys know when I go live. It'll be during the weeks, evenings, days, it's all over the board. And again, if you guys want to reach out to me, my website, daytrainfearless.com, my course, all that, kind of help you guys. Everything that I've been teaching here is in there, except for, again, the MACD. But with that being said, thank you. I appreciate all you guys. And be safe out there tomorrow. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.